If it's a stab to the heart or a stab to the back, it is a terrible, terrible betrayal.
Just like one day I'll do to Wiz. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And we split this list 50-50 to determine the top 10 anime betrayals.
Number 10.
For the first 5 or so episodes of Killa Kill, you can't imagine a person being any worse than Satsuki. She's essentially a dictator who ran an entire town into poverty.
But then you find out that her mom is even worse. So when they come together in the sports festival, you'd think they'd team up to make the ultimate evil alliance and wreck our heroes.
But then Satsuki impales her mom through the heart and throws her blood-gushing body against a cross with spikes, literally crucifying her.
Talk about starting off with an actual backstab. Ugh.
And you'd think she'd have to be dead from all that blood loss, but nope, she just gets back up because she's a mystic, powerful, alien woman. It's anime.
Number 9.
Ah, Madoka Magica. You think it's all simple and cute until you see a girl get her head bitten off. Still, it's everyone's dream to have one of their wishes granted, and that's exactly what the magical cat called QB offers these girls. In exchange, they have to become magical girls with superpowers and hunt down witches. Seems like it's too good to be true, right?
Well, QB conveniently left out the part where magical girls are doomed to become witches no matter what they do. So, if you sign this contract, you're actually signing up to be hunted down and killed by the next generation of magical girls. It's an endless cycle of suffering which technically saves the universe, but at the expense of these poor girls' lives.
See, that's why you never trust cats. Ever. They're all out to kill you.
Number 8.
Aldnoah Zero is one of those anime where fragile relationships are ruthlessly shattered and murders abound. It's a story about finding peace between Earthlings and Martians, but it all ignites into war because this fancy-looking guy named Sazbom decides to take matters into his own hands.
So he blew up his own Martian princess and pinned it on the Earth people. Or at least he tried. Turns out betraying people is harder than it looks.
While the princess survived, her mission of peace did not, and war broke out. But what makes this series truly worthy of being on this list is that it's actually a double betrayal.
No, he's not talking about Sazbom losing his shit and getting that headshot off at the end. He's talking about Sazbom's little buddy, Slain.
Sazbom may have adopted Slain as his son and heir, but it turns out his new kid had a little crush on the princess. So after Sazbom murdered his girl a second time, Slain lost his proverbial shit and blew his new dad to Kingdom Come.
And just to spit on Sazbom's grave, turns out the princess survived again.
Number 7.
Now here's a throwback to one of the classics. That's right, Mufasa and Scar from The Lion King.
But Boomstick, that's Disney, not anime. I mean, it is animated and it's kinda sorta technically borrowed from Kimba the White Lion.
I remember my first time watching The Lion King and being so happy from the songs and the dancing, but then this bitch-ass lion Scar stabs Mufasa right through the paws and hooks him off a cliff to be trampled by hundreds of angry hooves. And it's right in front of his little kid. And all the kids in that theater.
Oh, that scene is maybe one of only 3 times in my life that I've cried.
Really? Where are the other 2? Oh, wait, I know. Rest in peace, Steve. And then subsequently your dog. So much blood and fur.
Number 6.
In the world of, From the New World, these mutant mole rat people have been basically forced to serve humanity as slaves.
Does that really count as an animal?
But one named Squealer found a sort of patchy friendship with a group of young kids. And over the kids' journey into adulthood, they joked around together, saved each other, and conquered other rat people colonies together. Life was great, all things considered.
Well, turns out that Squealer's been plotting against them the whole time. He actually killed a couple of them, stole their newborn infant, and raised her to murder everyone in their village.
Talk about a long con.
Yeah, but, I mean, take a look at him. Not to judge someone based on appearances, but I'm gonna, and how could you trust that thing?
Number 5.
Let's swing back over to a lighter note. aka the fluffy white cloud known as Dawn Bellwether, the sheep from Zootopia.
Boomstick, that's not anime.
It's animated, Wiz.
I mean, sure, but...
Dawn Bellwether is a shy, kind, and overworked sheep. Or so we thought. Turns out she pulled the wool over all our eyes.
Oh, like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
No, Wiz, she's a sheep in sheep's clothing. And also a scheming, evil mastermind. Dawn is an animal racist who wants to put all the predators behind bars and take over Zootopia, including her boss. And she does it all with meth.
Well, technically it was a flower that caused the predators to go crazy.
Ah, whatever. Regardless, this backstabbing barnyard bitch got what was coming to her in the end.
Number 4.
The Uchiha clan may not have been the most well-liked faction of the Leaf Village, but they could have changed that with their most promising member, Itachi. His little brother, Sasuke, looked up to him as a hero.
Well, they chucked that chance in the trash because the Uchihas were staging a coup. So to save the village, Itachi slaughtered his own clan. Well, except Sasuke, because who could slaughter their little bro, you know?
It's actually technically a double betrayal because the clan was going to betray the village, then Itachi betrayed the clan before they could betray the village.
So, all's good then.
Yeah, good job, team.
All right, well, good on you, Itachi.
And everything worked out in the end.
Totally.
Number 3.
All right, Wiz, I got something that's gonna top that last one. You know when you're just at the lake and feeding some geese and you think you formed a bond with these little super ducks? Well, then you learn pretty quickly that that's a lie when you're betrayed by these foul waterfowl.
What are you talking about geese for? I don't remember a betrayal in The Wonderful Adventures of Nils.
What do you mean? You know what they're like. Geese are assholes and the most deceitful of creatures. Plus, you can never get them out of the ceiling once they get up in there.
Boomstick, when I told you we were doing a list on anime betrayals, did you hear animal betrayals?
No. I meant Geese Howard and how his dad Krauser betrayed him and his mom when he abandoned them. And this one really hits home for me since it's just like how my dad left when I was a kid. You remember? I didn't have a dad growing up. Definitely not one who would judge me for confusing things.
Whatever. Moving on.
Number 2.
For our number 2, we have the heartbreaking betrayal of Valletta in Code Geass. Valletta is Britannian and very, very racist. But unfortunately, like most colonizers, that comes as no surprise.
What is surprising, though, is that after she gets shot and develops amnesia, she's a kinder, less racist person. And she gets saved by Ogi, who doesn't realize who she is, and they fall in love. Isn't it cute?
Well, until Valletta regains her memories, and she becomes disgusted that she's fallen in love with someone who's not Britannian, and shoots the guy in the gut.
Wow, it's like love meant nothing to her. The only thing more painful than an almost fatal shot to the gut is a shot to the heart. Shot to the heart, you're to blame, Valletta. You gave Britannians a bad name. Played my part, but you're a racist bitch. Though I guess it did work out in the end.
If fate just keeps bringing you back together, it's bound to happen.
Every relationship goes through a hiccup every now and then.
It's number 1.
Attack on Titan. It's not the kind of anime for the faint of heart. There's blood and guts and scary giant naked people, and it's our number 1 anime, definitely not animal, betrayal. Oh, heads up, spoilers! I don't want to see any of you guys whining about us ruining Attack on Titan for you in the comments. That was your warning.
So, first off, we are led to believe humans lived in this walled city to protect them from those man-eating titans. They're held off by scouts like our main hero Eren Yeager and his friends Bertolt and Rainer. But this all goes to shit when the colossal titan shatters the wall.
Well, big surprise for Eren and the Scouts 3 years later, because it turns out Bertolt and Rainer are literally the titans that caused all the pain and suffering up until this point. They basically told Eren, hey dude, I'm what caused your mom to get chewed up into bits, your town to get annihilated, and basically what destroyed your whole childhood.
Along with literally causing thousands upon thousands of people to die. Talk about a betrayal of massive proportions. Get it? Because the colossal titan is massive.
Why didn't you just say colossal proportions then?
For our secret number 11, if you didn't heed our previous warning, don't let a cutesy looking anime like Girls Last Tour fool you. Even adorable characters like Yuri will stab Cheeto in the back when food is involved.
Yeah, it's kinda like when you always get mad at me for taking your food.
God damn, I label it clearly with my name on both sides.
Oh, there's no time for reading when the hunger's on me, Wiz.
Anyway, in a desperate bid to survive, Yuri holds Cheeto at gunpoint to take the last morsels all for herself. So take note, Boomstick. Maybe you want to think about that as a lesson.
I'm sorry, what? This lasagna is fucking
Oh,
awesome.
come on!